Now we'll have a small token of appreciation for our match patron, for which may I kindly request our co-convener to give away the prize, the honor.
Hello, everyone. We welcome you all to the third quarterfinal of the 23rd edition of the Dr. T. A. Trophy. And it's a clash between Tuensang and Noklak in a quest to make it to the semi-finals. It has been an entertaining tournament so far, and it goes without saying that both these teams will try and squeeze out their hearts and souls out in the center, eventually to book that all-important semi-final berth. This has been a long ride for both these outfits. This has been a long journey, and the process has been even a lot more gruesome altogether. But with that being said, this is a full house here in Nagaland. We are live from the Loyem Memorial Ground in Tuensang, and obviously it goes without saying that the hosts, Tuensang, they will be one of the favorites going into this fixture. But as they say in football, there aren't any favorites till the time the match is starting. It's about how you play that eventually decides the fate of the game. And we have amongst us the honored and the revered dignitaries who are now exchanging pleasantries with the players. Obviously, for these young players, this is also a massive exposure. This is also a massive moment to showcase their flair, to showcase their skill up front. And with that being said, it goes without saying that you can expect a swashbuckling battle between two stalwarts who have covered quite some significant ground in order to reach the quarterfinal stages. Only one team will be making the cut for the final four out of this clash. But then, as they say, when you're playing a sport, victory and defeat are a part of the same coin. You've got to take them both with grace. You've got to take them both with a smile on your face. If you're winning, you got to keep on doing what you were doing right. And you can see it's a chock-a-block Lower Memorial Ground. The stands out here, they are absolutely, the fans out here, they're absolutely incredible. And it goes without saying, I think, Nagaland's football fans, they've always come together in numbers. They have ensured the fact that they have actually upheld their youngsters, their young football players. As we say that you've always... A quick look at the starting 11 for Tuensang. Konyak, Bapenim Jong, Talikame, Bomang, Sichang, Sangtam, Waichang, Bomat Sangle, Ain Mongba, Shamba, and Besang. And they are playing under Mr. Nabum Tumbo. On the bench, they have got Moshambonga, Sujimong, Namang, Yongchong, Yemchong, Yangchu, Mongzar, Yemlong, and Besolmju. We'll also take a look at the starting 11 of Noklak. Being, however, the match officials exchanging a quick handshake with the players. And here's the starting 11 for Noklak. Chu, Liang, Nu, Ningpao, Wetsa, David, Tangpong, DS Vituo, Tangsoi, Mutiu, and Longhui. And they are playing under the chaperonage of Putai Lamhing. On the bench, they have got Bem, Liang, Lemshu, Longlam, Puto, Longo, Kuotsu, and Seti Vizo. Two captains who are out in the center, leading Noklak. We'll quickly confirm the name. The leading Noklak is Longhui, wherein leading Tuensang is Wai Chang. A tough task, to be honest, for both the teams. A tough task, to be honest, for everyone who are going to be a part of this battle. And that's the Tuensang outfit. Let's go with who will be taking you forward with this intriguing and intense third quarterfinal
Hello,
of the
I
Dr.
am Bimol
TAR
from the
Trophy.
organizers. Thank
Both these sides,
the Go
they will try
convener
and get
and
that early goal
coach for leading our
just in order to shake things up, because in contests like these where the nerves
match
are high, where the
Betron
momentum
and
is at an all-time high, where the
QF-3
stakes are higher, the team that
pre-goal.
scores first has a bit of an edge, has a bit of a psychological edge going into the game. And attacking on your frame from the left to the right will be Tuensang, and attacking on your frame from the right to the left, dressed in their blues, is Noklak. We are all set for a kickoff here. So is the audience, so is everyone watching the live stream on the official YouTube channel of Sportscast India. Be ready for what is going to be a battle of the juggernauts, a battle of two inexorable juggernauts. It's like when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. And here we go. We are underway here at the Loyem Memorial Ground for the third quarterfinal of the 23rd edition of Dr. TAR Trophy.
Start of the third
And as said before,
quarterfinal
attacking on your frame from the
between
left to the right,
Astro
dressed in
versus
their
Noklak.
signature whites, is Tuensang, and attacking on your frame from the right, dressed in their signature
Jersey
blues,
white jersey
is
between
Noklak. And it's Tuensang who's gotten us underway
Noklak.
and are controlling possession right now from the left. And starts off with a crossfield delivery. This can be a lovely ball. Nicely collected in the box. Still an opportunity. Keeps the possession at his feet. Looking for shooting space. But looks like they took a second longer. And that was more than enough for the Noklak defenders to close down the space and quickly crowd out and regain possession for themselves. Good defending. And as we mentioned previously, that an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object. Tuensang has been in a rich vein of form, wherein when it comes to Noklak, their defenders have been extremely solid. The defensive solidity has actually led to the airtightness, has actually led to what has eventually forged an encounter which is went out here in the quarterfinals already. Another nice run from Tuensang again. This can be a brilliant chance, but a good piece of interception and a timely one as well. And here's an opportunity for Noklak to come from the left. It's their captain looking for support. Support did arrive, but not in the best of manners that they were hoping for. It was Thangpong who eventually arrived late in the party. Again, another long ball. This can be another chance for Tuensang. Well received. Here comes the shot. And that's the opening goal. Well struck. No chance for the goalkeeper. What a phenomenal strike to get Tuensang ahead. And it is S.I. Mongba who's managed to find the back of the net, sending the hosts, the fans, into a frenzy, into an explosive frenzy of raptors. What a delivery out here, well received. And the first touch was the gem. The first touch was the masterstroke in crafting what was a sensational finisher from the one and only S.I. Mongba. Picture perfect finish. A predator in the word's truest sense. And showing his predatory instincts, and what placement. But in goals like these, first and foremost, it's the release that matters. And the release came from Wai Chang. He did that perfectly, set it up nicely, as if he almost feathered the ball into the stride of his teammate. And S.I. Mongba, he was not making a mistake in converting and flipping that home from close range. Well struck. And Tuensang, they have their noses ahead already in a high-octane quarterfinal against Noklak. And Noklak, they will have to cover up a bit of distance now. They'll have to do some catching up if they are to remain afloat in the game. Quick throw taken in Back with Tuensang once again. Squares it off towards a player on the far right. Takes a bit of a touch. Loses possession. Noklak latches onto it. However, a poor giveaway, and Tuensang once again onto the left. It looks like it's a goal scorer, Ian Bongba, who was trying to get forward with that delivery. However, was intervened. Back with Tuensang, back with Noklak once again. And Noklak from the right releases the ball downtown. It's a captain who's trying to latch onto it. Long Koi, but eventually in the process has ended up in an unfortunate collision with one of his counterparts. The referee blowing his whistle, awarding a free kick in favor of an opportunity. They've got a couple of their players right up there. They've got David. However, David, he'll be moving out of the frame. So the idea is simple. Launch it into the box, create the chance, and open up that spectrum for an equalizer. The ball's floated into the box, propelled away, and the rebound taken not in the best of manners. It's gone alright because, truth be told, he was kind of leaning back. Ideally, he said that he had a bit of time for himself, so he could have actually taken another touch, created the ball for himself at his behest, and then gone for a much better shot, even though that would have made the angle slightly difficult. But the kind of body posture that he had for that shot, he was leaning back, he was letting go, he was actually losing his balance in the process, and as a result, the ball floated out. But here comes Noklak once again. They've got a bit of space coming in from the right. They are getting the numbers in the box as well. And that will be another corner. In fact, that will be the first corner of the afternoon for Noklak, despite conceding. It's good to see that the visitors, they mean business here. They are not willing to sit back and defend. They are not willing to roll back into that defensive husk of theirs. And you can see the fans, they're extremely excited. And when we say that it's a chock-a-block stadium here, it's a chock-a-block stands at the Loyem Memorial Ground. Literally every single nook and cranny of this stands have been rife with crowd. And that's a love for the game, that's a love for the local footballers that the Nagaland people have. Not the best of corners, slightly flatter. The ball still stays in the box, but Tuensang won't really waste a second out here to get it out of lines. And here comes Tuensang once again from the left. A lovely bit of footwork there. Another long ranger. But that could have been better. That had a bit more elevation on the ball than they were looking forward to. Ideally, in shots like these and long ranges like these, you need to keep them slightly flatter. You need to get under the ball all right. Yes, definitely enough. But then at the same time, in order to create the power, you have to keep it a bit more flatter than the last one. Another opportunity, another cross in the box, and well defended there. I think a bit of brashness coming in from Tuensang. Another long ranger, but this time the goalkeeper of Noklak was all set. It was Chiu who puts in a crucial dive to his right and collects that without breaking his sweat. That's what you really look forward to. That wasn't the best of defensive clearances. Could have been trouble, but Tuensang fails to capitalize. He lost his shape in the process. Another ball sent downtown into the right, nicely captured. And now trying to cut back in, trying to create an opportunity. A bit of a heavy first touch, proving to be a letdown there for Noklak. And Noklak in the last few minutes, after conceding the goal, they have been a lot more venomous. They have built that coordination amongst their players, the chemistry that we so famously talk about. And in football, given the fact that it's a team game, it's the chemistry that eventually gets the job done. Now from the left, Tuensang again. Tuensang sends it forward, but nicely waylaid by the Noklak defender. Falls back for the Tuensang Marauders again. Now in the opposition half, another crossfield ball, hoping for one of their forwards to latch onto it, but that was not going to be the case. Looked like it was Basanga who was already in the box, but then the ball was going away from him. Back with Noklak once again. And Noklak, they've used the right wing to their advantage. A lovely forward ball can be an opportunity. However, good goalkeeping there from Tuensang, keeping a very calm head around his shoulders. Anki, he covered a bit of ground altogether, came forward out of his line, and ensured the fact that he's clearing that away for safety. Good control at this point in time. And now Tuensang playing from the back, collecting the ball, trying to show a bit more focus, trying to show a bit more explosiveness. And here they come from the left. Can be another opportunity. Does well to control the ball, actually pulls it back. And that drag back, that kind of worked wonders altogether. When you're doing a drag back, you have to be ultra careful. You shouldn't be stepping on the ball because then you risk an injury. You also need to be aware of that line, of that final line, because that final touch that you put just ahead of the ball to drag it back, that's a risky one. But at the end of the day, you know, as they say, when you take the yard, it's all about grit and gumption. It's all about a steely resolve. Throw in here in favor of Tuensang. It's Shamba Sampson with a long throw in the box, an opportunity. The ball still floating around. Oh, poor goalkeeping. Could have been trouble there for Noklak. Chiu, he came out of his line, but then suddenly ended up off his hands. You've got to be very, very careful. I think fortunate for him that the flag went up and that came to his deliverance. But ideally in situations like these, you need to be ultra careful. One moment of madness, one slip up, one howler, and you will be staring at Kingdom Come for yourself. Ball, but this time, once again, the delivery was haywire. It goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw in here in favor of Tuensang. Quickly knitted forward, goes through the gates. Oh, that's a clattering tackle. You've got to be very, very careful with challenges like that. I think the referee will let it go with a verbal warning. Ideally, in situations like this, if you're not careful, it's entirely the disposition of the referee if he wants to do a booking or not. Because ideally, when you're sweeping someone off your feet, it's a very clattering tackle. Another long ball sent in, but nicely repelled away by Tuensang. And now Tuensang once again looking for an opportunity. You're coming in from the right, a lovely chance, wonderful square delivery. Can they control that? They still control that. And it is the goal scorer, looks like. It has been heavy touch altogether. Throw in for Noklak. Quickly taken. Nicely headed away. And a tussle for the ball. But again, a 50-50 chance. And in 50-50 chances, opportunities can actually go both ways. Once again, Tuensang absolutely famished right now for possession because they have been menacing out in that final third. And that is exactly what makes them a very deadly team. You know, as they say that you need to have your guards up high at all possible junctures in football. One moment of madness and things can really go haywire. Another crossfield ball intercepted. The Noklak district, they're doing well. Tangpong was the one who snatched the ball away. Now back with Tuensang again. This can be a chance and a wonderful defending. These tackles, they are completely reliant on impacting. I mean, if you're timing, even if it's off by a split second, never mind. Noklak now from the left. An opportunity. Tang Soi looking for support, but Tang Soi loses out the ball. Back with Tuensang. And now Tuensang from the right. Well, the flag has actually stayed down, which means Tuensang can have a chance. Can have a second shy, but then again, it was the numerical superiority that worked out in favor of Noklak. And Noklak now on the prowl. He was looking for space there. Possibly trying to go forward with that left footer. Very well created, very well orchestrated. It was Muthiu with the chance, but couldn't really get that final inch in order to unleash that left footer. It may have been on a half turn, may not have got the kind of balance that was required. That's another long ball forward. The flag has stayed down. Opportunity! And a crucial save there from the goalkeeper. You can feel the frustration and agony. It was tantalizing. An opportunity that almost went into the back of the net. Let's take a look once again. It was the goal scorer of Tuensang. Apologies, it was Besang who actually went forward with the chance. But what an incredible save from Chiu. Even though he was still dangling around in the doldrums. But nonetheless, that final touch was more than enough to get the ball out of the zone. Here's an opportunity for Tuensang. It's their captain. With the corner. Put in the mix. Header! And the referee blowing the whistle. Looks like a bit of trouble brewing. And a bit of push in the box. Yeah, that has been clarified. So the referee says, come on, you got to keep the tempers down. Just let's not rush through at this point in time. This has been a good game. This has been a game where both the teams have shown intent. This every single time they have come forward, they have really shown that attacking intent, the predatory instincts. There's another lovely ball from Noklak, however, and an attempt to try and create a chance from the left. And the players, they were appealing for a handball. And that will be a corner. Well, apologies. There was a bit of technical error at my end, so it kind of went off. However, nonetheless, I am back. So yes, sincere apologies. However, that has been taken care of. And a free kick once again for Tuensang. Another opportunity for them. Another chance for them to try and double their cushion. There you go! Oh, what a shot! But once again, a brilliant save from Tue. And here's an opportunity. Now coming in from the right. A good bit of push there. But it falls short. Quickly turning around, and a yellow card for Ngu, which has been confirmed. And an attempt to try and steer past. Now from the right, Noklak goes forward with another long ball. And the ball bobbles off. A bit of a challenge. The contest continues. And that will go out of play. Let's take a look at the free kick, though it was an absolute screamer. But once again, great goalkeeping. Another chance, another long ball, but that was slightly overpowered and well dealt by the Noklak defenders. Trying to rotate left and right. Not the best of deliveries. Another lovely ball onto the far right. A possible chance, maybe. Tuensang, once again, the crowd. They know that this can be a good chance. Besang, he keeps the ball at his feet. Twisting and turning. And now sets up his teammate there. And Mongba, the man who scored. And not the best of chances. Straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Now just ringing his way through. 20 minutes on the clock, and as things stand at this point in time, Tuensang still has the 1-0 cushion. Tuensang again from the left. That right wing for Tuensang, it has been absolutely explosive. Long ranger comes in, but then a decent block. If you're going to take a chance from that long of a distance, you need to keep a pretty calm head and your vision needs to be clear. That's another long ball. Headed away. Back with Noklak now, the Noklak captain. Noklak goes for a long chance, but I think that could have been a better opportunity. There was a player who was penetrating from the right. He could have actually squared it off for that teammate of his. He needs to be a bit more calm, ideally in situations like these. If you're not calm enough, if you try and go for that attempt that befalls your feet quickly enough, then it becomes a challenge. Another long delivery, another opportunity. Can he keep that at his feet? Looks like it will keep on bobbling from one end to the other. Again, plays it towards the left. Another phenomenal release. Has the flag saved down? Not really. Heartbreak. A decent chance for Tuensang again. A decent chance in order to try and find that all-important insurance goal. But then with that being said, you have to be timing your run perfectly. Because that offside trap, it has seen giants falling for it. Another long ball. A tussle for the ball. 1v3. Obviously, the numerical superiority. The ones with more numbers in the box, they'll be the ones winning it. And a good release onto the right. Besang on the ball. Besang trying to go for a step over, but crowded out by a couple of defenders. But again, brilliant work by Besang. Through the gates. Off his marker, decent bit of step over. And an attempted cross goes haywire. The idea was right, the intent was right. The execution, however, just out of the window. Now from the left. Lays it down. And that's a fine run. An opportunity for Noklak to come from the left. And a clattering tackle. Talk about tackles, time to perfection. Boman, he meant business out there. Almost scissored the ball away from the opposition captain. Long Koi, he was hoping that he will create some space for himself. But then tackles like that is what sets the tone of dominant defending. Incredibly done. 23 minutes on the clock. Taking their time. Lays it all the way back to the goalkeeper once again. And the truth be told, I think they have been absolutely brilliant in terms of their attacking intent. But But when it comes to defending, there are a few chinks in their armor. That's a phenomenal release. Tuensang from the right. This can be an opportunity. Can he keep the ball in? But by the time he could actually connect with the ball, it's gone out of play. Quickly taken again. Taking their time. Another square ball. Sends it further forward. Nicely headed to safety. Back with Tuensang again. Tuensang now trying to use that central channel. Loses possession to Noklak. Waylaid by Tuensang. Reclaims possession in a heartbeat. A lovely release. And now latching onto it from the left. Can be an opportunity, but the flag goes up. Looks like the assistant referee is definitely not happy. Free kick in favor of Noklak. And I think Noklak, despite the jitters and that defense of theirs, what they have done so well is they have not really crumbled down. Ideally, in situations when your opposition has been on an attacking spree, has come forward, knocking forward in numbers altogether, it is quite obvious that you tend to have the nerves going in. But what Noklak has done incredibly well is that they have kept their nerves, they have kept on fighting, and most importantly, they have picked themselves off the ground. They have had a pat on their backs and they've told themselves that there's nothing to be afraid. If you go into the defensive husk right now, if you start parking a bus, that's going to allow a lot more space to the hosts of this tournament. So Tuensang, they like that space going. When it comes to the battle of the midfield, I think Tuensang has done actually a much better job. But Noklak, what they have done well is they have built from the back. Their passing has been phenomenal, and they have had a hunger to win the ball over and over again. Kind of different game plays, kind of different game styles for both the sides. But then that is what strategies are all about. You've got to counteract one strategy with the other. For Noklak, it has been about those long releases from the back, creating those perfect deliveries. Another ball, another opportunity for Noklak, and a very carefree, a very careless, to be honest, out there. Back header there. Thankfully enough, the goalkeeper of Tuensang, P. Anki, he was all set. Or else could have been trouble in paradise for Tuensang. And now back with Tuensang again, taking their time, coming in from the right. Nicely set forward. Another chance, another opportunity for Besang. Besang plays it forward. Lovely ball in the box, and they collect that. Sadly enough, that's not the case. Besang again. Besang crosses the ball, and the goalkeeper, making a hash of affairs, misses the flight of the ball. Opportunity for Tuensang, but they take a second more, allowing Noklak to eventually clear their lines. Once again, Noklak, the defenders, they had their hearts in their mouth for a moment. Another fine release forward. The flag has stayed down. This can be an opportunity. Square passes it. Not the perfect one. And another chance goes begging. A gilt-edged opportunity for Noklak to try and restore parity here at the Loyem Memorial Ground. What a brilliant, and now a bit of collision and the yellow card coming out. For number 11 of Noklak, it is Tanpong H, who has been booked by the referee. And you can see the drums beating, the tunes soaring. Once again, a chance at that last opportunity created. A phenomenal ball in the box by Besang. And then Chu kind of coming a bit too early. And you can see it's not just the ground that the fans are watching the games from. The adjacent buildings, the terraces everywhere, it's chock-a-block with the fans. It just tells you so much about their emotions for these local footballers, so much about their love for the game, so much about their support for these youngsters who are coming together to play this incredible inter-district tournament. Dr. T. Ao Trophy. Apologies for that. And I think this is also like Nagaland. They have been always a hotbed of footballers. They've seen youngsters coming up. A quick look at the goal that was created. We were talking about those releases from the center, and that was a picture-perfect release and an impeccable finish coming in from the number 10. Apologies, from the number 7, S. I'm Wongma, who slammed it into the back of the net. Free kick in favor of Tuensang. There's another long ball launched. Defenders, they deal with it well enough. And now Noklak coming from the right, looking for space, releases another lovely ball. However, straight into the hands of Pianki. He has been, he has posted a decent show until now. He's manned the sticks well enough. There's an opportunity from the left again. Fine ball sent forward. And the flag has actually stayed down, which means there's another chance for Tuensang to try and go forward. For a moment, it felt like that Baisang was offside. Possibly marginally offside, but he was caught in that trap. 30 minutes already in the clock. So final quarter of the first half. An opportunity, a possible long throw. Loading out here, it's Shamba Samson. Samson with the throw in the box there. Headed away. Danger still not clear. Teetering along the edges. Another cross in the box there. Eludes everyone. And trying to latch onto it. However, by the time he could actually steer the ball back in play, that had already crossed the bounds, resulting in a throw-in favor of Noklak. Noklak taking their time, not really rushing through. They know that they have just got to overcome a very slender deficit. Because as we say that a one-goal lead, a one-goal cushion is always a very risky, a very edgy one. It keeps the team that's leading on their toes. They have to think outside the box in order to ensure that they are trying to find that insurance goal at the earliest. And truth be told, Tuensang has actually come forward. They have knocked on the doors. Sadly enough, they haven't really figured out the chances. They haven't really figured out the opportunities. The finishing, except for that first goal, has been slightly awry. Another chance loading. They have done well to keep the possession under control. They will need the numerical superiority now. From the right, looking for that crossing space, is it? However, sends the ball back with a bit of knuckleball coming in. Good to see that they are controlling possession. They do not want to give that away. Another long ball in the box. Intended for the player at the far right. He does well. Opportunity, shot comes in. But what a brilliant save from Trio once again. Except for that first goal where Trio didn't really have much to do. He has been manning the sticks of Noklak with fierce tenacity. That's the urgency, that's the hunger that you should have. But what an opportunity once again for Tuensang, denied in their faces. And now from the left again, Noklak taking their time. Noklak sends the ball cross field, but their attackers up front couldn't really do as much as they would have wanted. Here's a chance now, taking their time. Noklak. Oh, that's a good ball there. Slightly heavy, danger's not over. They still have a chance. It's their captain, Longkoi, from the left. Longkoi sends it across, but straight into the hands of Anki. Coming out of his line and collecting that without breaking a sweat. A brilliant bit of goalkeeping, to be honest. Once again, trying to look for an opening, trying to open up a bit of space. Does well. And another lovely ball onto the right, but this time Baisang will have to return empty-handed. The flag goes up. But what a battle this has been so far as things stand at 33 minutes running. Tuensang and Noklak, they have actually fought out a very lively encounter. Tuensang, they have been very menacing whenever they have come forward in pursuit of goals. But Noklak as well, they have responded in kind of a similar coin, if not exactly an identical one. And now from the left, Noklak. Once again looking for a chance, but a brilliant bit of defending even before Thangpong could actually make the move. The defender was already on his prowl there. A push there, and the referee doesn't really intervene because he had a bit of a heavy touch going forward. It was Longkoi who was trying to receive the ball on the left for Noklak. Goal kick. And Anki, he'll try and keep it as far away from his citadel as he can. Short passes. Twists and turns. Sends it further forward. Again, another forward release, but could have been better on that occasion. Good defending, but nonetheless, they'll get a throw in. I think this is where possibly Noklak will have to be careful because ideally, when the defensive solidity, all right, but when it comes to actually create final pass which will lead to the clearance, which will land the ball in a safer zone, they have lacked. They have lacked the accuracy. They have kind of panicked out in the situation. They have hit the SOS button a bit too soon. Another long throw coming in from Samson, but not too much avail. The ball falls back in favor of Tuensang. A long chase for Noklak's captain, Longkoi, but Longkoi won't really make his ground. And now back from the right once again. Tuensang sends the ball forward. Decent bit of receive. Danger brewing on the horizon. Another long ranger takes a deflection, goes out for a corner. Once again, having their hearts in their mouth. And what a chance. We'll take a look at that shot coming in from scorer of Tuensang, S. Iron Mongba. And you can see everyone, including from professionals to college students to pool students, they are enjoying the game. And why not? It is a top class, top flight football tournament in Nagaland. I think it's fans like these that make this game so special. Their presence, their attendance, and not just on the ground, even the ones watching on the official streaming of Sports Cast India. Good collection there by Chio, coming out of his line. And Chio has recently, he has been the heartthrob in the defense. Donning the gloves, he's marshaled his troops like a true general. And the ball bobbling off each other. Still 9 minutes of regulation time to go in the first half, following which it's going to be whatsoever will be added on. Not too many stoppages until now. A decent exchange of football here at the Loyem Memorial Ground. The epi of the 23rd edition of Dr. T. Trophy, the Inter-District Football Championship of Nagaland. Another crossfield ball. And now coming from the right, another opportunity. Muthiu is apologies, it was Besang. And now latching together. Fine ball. And intercepted by Noklak, and now Noklak trying to create something, a bit of chaos in the box, and then Anki capitalizing on the situation. Now, this is where the difference is. Ideally, your goalkeepers, when there's a lot of frenzy and chaos in the box, it's your goalkeeper who can actually capitalize on the situation. It's somewhat 50-50. The goalkeeper can weaponize chaos in the box. He will come out, he will keep an eye on the ball, and he will know exactly what to do. And similarly, when your best marksman is in the opposition box and there are too many players out there, there's a bit of collision going on, a bit of frenzy. If your striker, he's got eyes on the ball as well, he will go for it all guns blazing. Here's a chance, however, for Tuensang from the left, looking for a bit of space there, plays it back. And now steers past his marker and sends it forward, but there was no one to go for an overlap. And that clears the lines on this occasion. And you can take a look at the density of the crowd. I said time and time again, no matter how many words we say for this audience, it is not going to be enough. It is definitely not going to be enough. The reason being, you have, you have to understand that it's hot and the sun's right above your head, so obviously it becomes a challenge. But they do not care. All they care about is football, and you can take a look at the flag bearers as well on the sides. Not the best of clearances there from Tuensang. Opportunities brewing for Noklak, and they actually create something, but not really. And once again, Tuensang comes all the way from the back. This is their strength, building from the back, playing those short passes, and looks like a bit of a heavy touch on that occasion that has gone out of the bounds. And by the time Shamba Samson could have actually latched onto it, the ball had already spilt out. That was a bit of a risky, a bit of a alright back pass. You've got to be careful with those. Thankfully, it didn't really have the sting that could have thrown the goalkeeper into a bit of disarray. Another fine ball played towards the left and fails to control that, but eventually regains possession. Shooting space, loading is it? No, very well defended there. And that's a learning from Noklak. This is what you would expect of them. When the ball's in your box, you've got to be well done actually. And here an attempt to try and send the ball forward. Can they regain possession? They do, and once again their captain coming in from the left. Longkoi squares off his teammate out in that central channel. But not to be. Danger still brewing from the left, but that has been well taken care of by Tuensang as we enter the final 5 minutes of regulation time in the first half. Plays it towards the left, trying to create a chance. That is square delivery. Sends it further forward. An opportunity. Can be another goal scoring opening there. And somehow or the other he fails to latch onto it. Brilliant chance in the making there. Tuensang could have actually doubled their cushion just at the stroke of half time. It was best again at the receiving end of it. What a phenomenal ball that was. But critical and crucial defending there. That is the kind of display that we talk about. That is the kind of intensity and urgency that we talk about so fondly when it comes to defending. Nonetheless, a corner for Tuensang and his captain. White drops the ball in the box. Header comes in, but dragged wide. So another chance goes banging, and another opportunity for Noklak to try and clear their lines. And that has been taken care of. Once again from the left. Tuensang looking for more numbers. Sends across, and once again great goalkeeping from Chiu. Comes out just in the nick of time and clears it and clears his lines, protecting his citadel with everything he's got up his repertoire. Back to Longkoi again. Longkoi plays it back. Sends it crossfield. Now through the central channel. What a delivery. Overpowered. The flag also went up. So even if he would have kept that under control, that wouldn't have been the case. Nonetheless, that's gone out of play. A goal kick now, and Tuensang will take their time. Anki, he's had a good game so far. Hasn't really been in terms of his shot-stopping abilities, but when it comes to outing, when it comes to that sweeping prowess of his inside the box, he has been absolutely brilliant. That stellar show from him, that stellar show of solidity, it is so good to watch. Noklak again, a tussle for the ball, won by Tuensang, and looks like the last touch came off the Tuensang player. Noklak on the ball, and that's a bit of Take there. Could have been trouble brewing on the horizon for Tuensang. Had Tang Soi actually gone, he gave in. Even he thought that the ball was going to go out of his control. And here they come again. There's an opportunity. Nicely played. Twists and turns. Keeps the ball under control. Sends it further forward. And now trying to create that opening. And a bit of a yank from the back in. The referee blows the whistle, awarding a free kick. This is a very good juncture to have a free kick from. And Noklak, I think they will be looking forward to this. What an opportunity. Take a look again. It was a fine run, but then he also realized that if he's not bringing the player down, in situations like these, it's about taking one for the team. And the defender from Tuensang was compelled to do so, because otherwise he had a clear shine coming in from the right. There was a player storming in from that central channel as well. So he had to take a call, and he took the call. But thankfully, it was just at the edge of the penalty box, 1 yard inside, and it could have been trouble for the hosts. An opportunity for Noklak nonetheless. A very good position to have a free kick from. They have a 3-man wall right now. It will now go up to 4. 3 minutes of added time at the end of 45 minutes of regulation time here. A flatter free kick taken. Again, chaos in the box there. And Noklak fails to capitalize. What a brilliant chance. Noklak, it feels like they have knocked on the doors over and over again, but those knocks are yet to be answered. If they want the answers to come through, if they want to pry open the door, here's another chance. Squares off to the player on the far right, and a decent bit of dribbling, but eventually will submit possession at the feet of the Tuensang defender. Another throw in for Noklak. The last few minutes, and Noklak has come alive in how. They're calling the shots. They're calling the shots emphatically. Now coming in from the right, trying to create a chance. And that's gone through the gates. There's an opening. Nicely played. Again, a fine release forward. Danger looming large, but good goalkeeping from Pianki. He was quick to come out of his line again, and this is his strength. He's used that so well. He's a proficient stopper, but he's also a brilliant sweeper keeper. And when you have a sweeper keeper like Pianki in your echelons, it's like an added boon. Ideally, you know that you have someone who can play from the back. The reason why Tuensang has been so the back is because their goalkeeper has actually utilized himself as a player who is utilizing the full width of the box. Who's using the full width of the box. He's playing out as someone who can create the passes, someone who's covering the entire span of that penalty box. But now from the right, Besang, a bit of a heavy touch there, allowing Noklak to reclaim possession for themselves. And Noklak will have a bit of breathing space, a sigh of reprieve. And again, a poor giveaway, but not really well captured by Tuensang. 3 minutes of added time, so we are in the final minute of the first half. This has been a busy day for both the sides, for both the goalkeepers and for both the sets of defenders. It has been a very well orchestrated battle. Tuensang have the slender lead, and Tuensang once again trying to come. Another long ranger, but I think the kind of performance that Tu has put under the sticks for Noklak, he's not going to be beaten with enterprises like that. All the way back to the goalkeeper. Taking their time. A nice twist and turn. Once again, a decent bit of work from the left. Another opening. A lovely ball in the box there, but straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. No real challenge whatsoever. Easy pickings. And that should be the end of the first half. A brilliant half of football comes to an end. Still have 45 minutes in the third quarter final of the 23rd edition Dr. Tiao Trophy to eventually figure out who's going to be the one between Noklak and Tuensang who will be making the cut for the semi-finals. We'll dive into a short breather and return shortly with the second half. The halftime scoreline Tuensang 1, Noklak 0.
we are going to resume the second half of the match played between Tuensang versus Noklak.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second half of the third quarter of the ongoing Dr. Tiao Trophy. And as things stand at this point in time, Tuensang still has that 1-0 cushion over Noklak. Another long ball, another shot comes in, and a great save by Chiu once again. That's the kind of intensity, as we keep on talking about. That's the kind of solidity and resolve that you should have as a goalkeeper. And this can be a foul, obviously. This was a great chance. We'll have to wait and watch whether there will be a card or not. Ideally, you cannot really obstruct. Yes, it is going to be a card. And it's the captain of Tuensang who will be shown the card. Wai Chang has now gone into the referee's book. Another free kick here for Noklak. Just at the stroke of half-time, they had a brilliant opportunity. But sadly enough, they couldn't really capitalize upon that. Here's another chance. Despite it is not as promising as the one at the stroke of half-time. It is miles away from the box. But nonetheless, they will have an opportunity to launch it. Tang Pong with the free kick. Sends it in the mix there. And Tuensang will have it taken care of. And here comes Tuensang. Bit of a heavy first touch, but nonetheless comes back under control. Once again, another opportunity. Shooting chance maybe. He's off his teammate. There comes the shot, but blocked away. Very well done by Esa Mongba. But then he had to do better. The one at the receiving end of that pass. It was a lovely bit of setup. The idea should have been to try and cut in from that area, because if you'd have gone further around, then that would have only created a much more difficult angle for himself. If you want the angle in your favor, you always need to keep your guards up high. Here's a free kick, another opportunity for Tuensang to try and double their cushion. They are living dangerously right now. Here comes corner. Back on Tuensang again, but not the best of passes. And now Noklak. And the referee blowing the whistle out on that occasion. It's going to be a free kick once again in favor of Tuensang. And Noklak, I think at this point in time, at the start of the second half, they've been slightly scrappy. They will need someone who can actually calm down the tempers right now. The free kick for Tuensang once again. Quickly taken. In the box. Again, a cross comes in from the right and a thumping shot. And a brilliant save there from the goalkeeper, Chiu. And was that Chiu who saved it, or did it actually rattle the woodwork? We'll have to take a closer look. It actually rattled the woodwork. So a goal kick was awarded in favor of Noklak. And here's another opportunity, another long ranger, but straight into the hands of Chiu there. No real struggle whatsoever. Sends it towards the left. Rolls it further forward, trying to control that. Twists and turns, and eventually will go out of play. That's going to be a throw-in in favor of Noklak. They'll take their time. They are in no rush. Once again created that Now Noklak coming from the back. Here's another opportunity, and now slowly and steadily just steering through. This can be that great opening that they are looking forward to. Short passes being knitted together between Tuensang. Now they do well. And here's another chance, just twisting and twirling around from the left. Couple of step overs. Takes a deflection along the way. And this can be an opening for Tuensang. Once again, looking for space. What a delivery! Will that be that second goal? And looks like it has been an entanglement of boots inside the box. And a golden opportunity has gone begging. What a lovely chance for Tuensang Mongba to just not double his lead, his scoring tally, but also get that insurance goal. Truth be told, if the match somehow or the other Noklak is able to find the second goal, nonetheless we'll get back to that. Another opportunity, long ranger, but straight into the hands of Chiu. And Chiu, he has been like an absolute predator, famished for the ball. Take a look at how he has been collecting it. The intensity, that is so high. It's a treat for the eyes. Another free kick, and this time the assistant referee just raising his flag, awarding a free kick in favor of Tuensang. And Tuensang, truth be told, they'll have to be careful about that profligacy of theirs. They have actually created the chances that eventually, if you are unable to figure out that all-important goal, then no matter how much of belligerence you nip through, there's another chance for Tuensang. They're trying to breach from the right there. An attempted cross there from Mongba, but then it took a deflection. Corner opportunity once again for Tuensang. Another chance as the drums keep on beating. Floated into the mix there. Danger still not over. Shot comes in. Shot goes wide. They're taking their time. They are coming close. But they will have to hit the mark if they are to find that insurance goal. Small steps at a time. Nicely received. Another fine ball onto the far right, and that will be knocked out of play. A throw in for Noklak. And a foul throw taken, which means rethrow in for Tuensang. Back with Noklak. They lose possession. Tuensang once again crossfield delivery onto the right. Besang. A couple of step overs. Plays it to his teammate whom he found the closest. And here comes the ball in the box opportunity. A brilliant chance goes. Tuensang Bongma, that's the third time. The first one went into the back of the net. The other two chances that he's created in the second half, that should have been buried 6 feet under into the back of the net. Sadly enough, that was not the case. Nicely headed to safety. Decent pass onto the left. And again losing out on... This can be an opening. A nice little chip out there taken care of. Back with Noklak. Noklak taking their time. Loyem plays it towards the far right. Engu sends it further forward to Mutiu. And the ball's inside the box. A back header. Once again, chaos. And Noklak fails to capitalize. Danger's not over though. Noklak still knocking on the doors. Square ball, but kind of an alright delivery. They didn't know that they didn't have a player, and now acres of space ahead. Once again, very good defending, fearless defending from Noklak. And that should be important because over the last few minutes, Noklak has created something for themselves. Again, this can be trouble. Another glorious opportunity. Nicely received. There comes the shot, and it is dragged wide by inches. Would you believe that? Golden chance, and it goes begging. That's a heartbreak for Tuensang. A lovely run from the right by Shamba Samson, and fails to hit the mark. And that's going to be another throw-in. This is an exciting spell of play altogether. Both looking it out with everything up their sleeves. And Tuensang, the kind of chances that they have created in the second half. Again, a lovely ball, a bit of trouble, but then excellent goalkeeping by Chiu. He's come out of his line. And collected that without breaking a sweat. Nicely done. Throw in for Tuensang, apologies. Back with Noklak again. Noklak sends the ball forward, straight into the hands of P. Anki, who won't break a sweat to collect that, and he'll take his time right now. He'll steal a few crucial seconds, inviting the opposition attacker to come forward, knocking on the doors. And now from the left again, intercepted. Back for Noklak. Noklak from the right, trying to map a bit of support for themselves. But good defending from Tuensang, alert defending from Tuensang. And now Tuensang trying to penetrate from the left. The referee blowing the whistle. And the captain of Tuensang, I think he's played a critical role, Wai Chang. Let's take a look at what happened a few moments ago. Nicely done, wonderfully set up. Take a look at that footwork out there. So brilliant, to be honest. Eight minutes on the clock. And once again, no matter how many words we put in for the fans, they have been delightful. Excuse me for that. Whether it's been on the ground, whether it's been in the stands, the way they have supported these players, these youngsters, this tournament, it's so good to watch. Tuensang again, and the referee says, get back up, that was not a foul. Football's a body contact game, so yes, there will be a few contacts, there will be a few touches left, right and centre. But unless essential enough, it's not going to be a referee's intervention. Another opportunity for Tuensang from the right, nicely received. Looking for space, there comes the cross. But you've got to keep that muscle of yours under control. You cannot just rush through into things. A couple of exchanges and the ball goes out of play. quick throw in for Tuensang. Quickly taken. Does well actually to keep the ball in, but the referee deems that it went out of play. So for Noklak. Another aerial ball intercepted by Tuensang. Tuensang taking their time, twisting and turning around. And now, with small steps, trying to go forward. Good exchange between themselves, good understanding. Another lovely forward ball release. Can he get past his marker there? It's a nice skirmish. Will the cross come in? There comes the cross. But I think instead of a cross, it was more of an effort to try and go for goal himself, is it? Or did it take a deflection along the way? Looks like it's actually taken a deflection along the way. So it's going to be a corner, another opportunity for Tuensang. And this is also a massive shout out to all the fans who are watching the live streaming of this game on the official YouTube channel of Sportscast India. Thank you everyone for joining in. I think it's the presence of you, it's the attendance of you that makes this streaming even a lot more special, that makes this tournament a lot more special. Here's the corner, floated into the box there. And an attempted side volley. Goes sideways actually. Here's another long ranger. And the flag will definitely go up. I think they were stranded. They were just in the process of returning from that free kick enterprise. But then by the time they could do that rebound, went on to strike them. Happens. You know, football, it happens so fast. It happens in the flash of your eyes. And nonetheless, twisting and turning around, trying to figure out an opening. And now coming again from the right, Tuensang with the cross in the box, goal scoring chance, and the header goes begging. Another opportunity, and somehow Chu has kept it aside. He has not let the ball penetrate into the back of the net, and it isn't just Chu, it's a couple of defenders alongside him throwing their body on the line, standing up tall and denying Tuensang what could have been that insurance goal that they were looking forward to. Take a look at that save. Deflection along the way, and then the defender and Chiu combining together to ensure that the Citadel still stands tall and they still remain alive in the game. And now, absolutely crazy defending here from Noklak. Going to be a free kick here for apologies, a throw in here for Tuensang. Tuensang, how many more chances will they need? A long throw in the box. And a bit of a desperate attempt there by the attacker from Tuensang to try and breach the net from that range. It was Namang Imjong with that effort. And with every passing minute, you can see the crowds coming in. You can see them filling the stands, and that's how good it looks like. There's another long ball created, and that will go out of play, which means another throw-in for Noklak. And Noklak sends the ball into the danger zone. A bit of tussle. Noklak eventually loses out possession. However, it will go all the way back to Chu. Chu's had a very busy day in office and a stellar day as well. Despite conceding that first goal, he has stood tall like the last guard of the Citadel should and has protected his Fort Knox at the expense of his body. He's thrown his body along the line time and time again and is ensured the fact that he is not conceding. Another long ball, another aerial duel, and eventually that has been won by No. But the rebound falls at the feet of Tuensang. And Tuensang, the attacker in front, loses out on possession. Again, interception comes in. Referee blows the whistle. Looks like a player has gone down. And it is the goal scorer, S.I. Mongba, who needs a bit of treatment out here. The physio has been called out into the center. And I think, truth be told, if you take a look at the second half, ever since the resumption, Tuensang, they have just dominated, called the shots. Once again, a look at the goal. This is how it all started. A brilliant ball released, and how Ian Mongba, the way he received that, and then he started cutting out. Take a look at that. First and foremost, it was a gilt-edged delivery from White Shark, and then Ian Mongba, he receives it kind of towards that central channel. Then he took it outside. He went for that outside dodge, and then when he thought that the angle was favoring him, that he could beat his opposition custodian with a shot like that, he waited no long in pulling the trigger. And the fans, they are loving themselves. They are enjoying the game. You can just take a look at how the stand is packed. And it looks like it's going to be a substitution here for Tuensang. Shamba Samson is going to make his way out, and he replaced by Monko Yangchu. And Samson, he's had a very good game, taking those long throws from both the wings. But as you know, that exhaustion can be a factor. Another forward ball, and not really well collected. Should be easy pickings for Chu, and he wastes no time in picking that up. Trying to map out his potential options where he can play the ball. Eventually sends it downtown. And again intercepted. That will go out of play. That's a confirmation. Monko Yangchu has made his way to the center. Shamba Samson has gone out. There's a quick throw and taken, and that will eventually get out off the bounds. Another long goal kick. Can Noklak capitalize? Not really. And the referee this time has made no mistake. Yes, there was a handball involved. He was quickly taken off, and a free kick now being awarded in favor of Tuensang again, and it's captain Wai Chang, the man who assisted all important opening goal. Well, both the teams, they have shown in the urgency to try and score. But the execution has been, again, another long ranger did come in, but by the time the flag was already up, which means there wasn't any chance whatsoever that the goal would have actually stood, even if that would have been on target. But sadly enough, that was also off target, and here's Noklak again clearing their danger lines, trying to find one of their very own. Going to be a throw-in right now in favor of Tuensang, sorry. Mjong steers it further into the central channel. And another opportunity for Tuensang. Step overs, left, right. Oh, that's a lot of space there. There comes the shot. And straight again into the hands of Chu. The impeccable positioning of Chu under the sticks has been the limelight of his brilliant save so far. But I think Tuensang, now it feels like they are a bit too complacent. Truth be told, there was actually space ahead of him. He could have the box, taken a couple of steps more before unloading the shot. That could have made the angle, made the chance a much better one for themselves. But he wanted to test his long ranger. He did hit the target, but he couldn't really get past the likes of Chiu, who has had a brilliant day in the office. And from the left, Tuensang. It is Aing Mongba. Aing Mongba has been denied entrance. Another opportunity, trying to break free. Im Jong with the cross, and denied at the expense of a corner. This is some sensational attacking display which is being knitted together by Tuensang. They are making life a living nightmare right now for Noklak, particularly in the defense, and Noklak somehow or the other They are kind of incoherent. The kind of solidity that they had in that first half, the way they were marshalling their defensive troops, that has disintegrated, and now they are riding on the solo brilliance of Chu. Here comes the corner, and it eludes everyone in the process. Another shot. Oh, what an incredible chance! An acrobatic, going for the over-ambitious one, and fails to put that into the back of the net. Take a look at that. Had he connected that with perfection, this could have been a different story altogether. Surprisingly, that wasn't the case. And here's Noklak again, and they lose possession. This has been the highlight of the second half. Time and time again, the way Noklak, they've lost possession. They've simply complicated things for themselves. Another lovely release, and by the time we could collect that, the flag has actually went up, so that goal will not count. You can see the school students right behind the net enjoying, and I think the referee just telling him, when you already know the whistle has gone, the flag has gone up, there's no need for you to strike the ball. It can be a bookable offence.
Team Noklak, jersey number 12, replacing jersey number 11.
And a change happening for Noklak right now. Jersey number 12, Pule has been taken off. Apologies, Pule has actually made his way to the center, and the Kangpong H has gone out. And now Noklak trying desperately to latch onto the ball. There's Noklak once again. Wanted to create a pass for that player onto the far right. That was not going to be the case. Back with Noklak once again. And here's another fine ball. But there wasn't anyone from Noklak to actually follow it up. And that goes out for another goal kick. That's a confirmation. Pule has actually gone in, as mentioned before, and the man who kind of stayed dangerously for Noklak, jersey number 11. He's gone. Final 18 minutes now. 18 minutes of game time remaining, and we are still trying to figure out whether there will be a second goal. Can Noklak restore parity, or after all the belligerence, after all the gung-ho that has been knitted together by Tuensang in the second half, they've come so close and yet they have stayed so. Can they get that all-important insurance goal? Can they put this game to bed once and for all? And the referee, I think it has been a phenomenal display from him as fan. The way he has actually controlled the game with an iron fist. That's very, very praiseworthy. There's another long free kick taken, and the ball keeps on bobbling. A bit of push left, right, and center. That was a nasty hit. And here comes the opportunity, the opening maybe, but not to be. Another space there. And no one from Tuensang at the receiving end, even though they will actually prowl all their way forward. And this can be an opening for Noklak from the left. Will they get that equalizer? A slightly heavy touch once again. And this is why it's so important when you have the you need to know when you're going to pull the trigger. You have to know when you have to release the ball, create the chance. But somehow or the other, he was in a dilemma when to release it. And by the time he eventually could figure it out, the ball had actually crossed the bounds. A welcome sigh of reprieve here for Tuensang. Their defense hasn't been tested much in the second half. The ball keeps on bobbling now. Nicely kept in towards the left. Wonderfully steered on towards the far right. Trying to control. Does well. And desperation creeping in, is it? No. Stopped in his tracks there. And as we make our way into the final quarter of the regulation time, the last 15 minutes, the game continues to roll at the Loyem Memorial Ground in Tuensang. And Tuensang, I think the crowd, they will be delighted because their favorite team is playing. Go out of play as well. Throw in for Noklak. Noklak still has that 1 goal deficit. In the second half, somehow their attacks have completely dried up. And Tuensang has come forward in numbers, in spades. Here's an opportunity for them. All the way from the left, another opening is it, and they create that cross. There comes the cross, slightly emasculated, but then it's going to be easy pickings for Chu there. Chu rolls it up to his players. Noklak once again, they'll have to be careful. Nicely done. Playing it amongst themselves, trying to build from the back, something that Tuensang has done throughout the game. Back with Tuensang again. Both the players contending for possession on the right. Eventually Tuensang latches onto it. A bit of a stutter, but then continues. Another flatter cross in the box, but intercepted by Noklak. And a good exchange there. Noklak eventually regains possession and now will drive forward, looking for an opening. They have space and they still have it. We'll have to take a watch whether the referee makes a call, but it looks like it's a very flinch, and the referee has pointed to the goalkeeper for a goal kick. I think just when it felt like that Noklak may have that space ahead of him again. That was for the second time in the game. They've had an opening like that, where the defenders, in the earlier instance, it was a foul that was committed, but in this occasion, it was a clean tackle, eventually winning a goal kick for themselves. Back with Tuensang again. Takes a deflection. Noklak reclaims possession. Tuensang on the ball. Now Tuensang coming all the way from the right. Another phenomenal delivery. Nicely received. The flag has stayed down. Wonderfully penetrating the box. There comes the cross, but again, could have been better in terms of the cross. Danger not over. Oh, a long ranger could have been a sensational strike. Out of nowhere. And Chu, despite the fact that he was retaining the sticks there, it looked like a strike very well taken. It was none other than Gumat Sangle. And now here comes Noklak. And again, crucial intervention from Sang. Another dangerous chance. Rattles the woodwork. Would you believe it? Noklak. So close yet so far. And for the first time in the second half, they have made the goalkeeper toil. Take a look at this chance. Brilliantly struck. And Pianki, he was beaten. And it is the substitute, El Pule, with the shot. 12 minutes of regulation time to go. Looks like we are coming alive at the Loyem Memorial Ground in Howe. Tuensang now from the right. They have had a taste of their own medicine. I think this should be the toxin for them. This should be the wake-up call. If they're not able to get the second goal, you never know. That's another lovely delivery in the box. Nicely kept in, but that was an overpowered hit. Nicely done to keep the ball back in the field of play. We told if he could have just latched a shorter pass, a crisper pass. Again from the right. Here comes another brilliant cross, but not the kind of goal-scoring instinct that they would have wanted. The goal, he was off his line. If he could have been on the target, despite the angle being a bit too acute, let's take a look there. That was very well kicked, a bit of an acrobatic effort. And now it's some frenetic box-to-box action here at the Loyem Memorial Ground. 79 minutes, 80 minutes now, 10 minutes of regulation whatsoever gets added on. That is what will define the game. For the ones who watch Indian Super League, I think yesterday again, in the match between Northeast United and Mohun Bagan Super Giants, it was a late goal, it was late drama that defined the fate of the fixture. So yes, I think football fans, they are no strangers to late drama. Another opportunity, another chance, and what a save from Chiu. Throwing himself to the left of himself. Throwing himself to the left and collecting that with the sensational brilliance. That's a class apart display from Chiu. He continues to be a ferocious guard of the citadel. Brilliantly done. And the positioning once again. I think a goalkeeper's positioning is very, very critical in terms of the shape, in terms of the saves that he's going to make and the saves that he has made so far. I think that's wonderful. Again from the right, Tuensang sensing out an opportunity, crossing the box. And this could have been much better. I think that first touch was a letdown. You know, as they say that in situations like this, it is the first touch that either creates, that either makes or breaks. And on that occasion, that was definitely a mishap. But Tuensang, that's a lovely snatch, goes for a long ranger. But Chiu, he will not be beaten. Standing tall, he keeps on saying, Tuensang attackers, you shall not pass. He may have copped a blow onto his hands, but the kind of saves that he's made, I think it's kind of obvious. He's thrown his body along the line time and time again. He's left the fans at the edge of their seats. Had that opening goal not been scored, this could have been an entirely different story altogether. "82 minutes on the clock."
Substitution for Noklak, just number 14 and 8.
And twin change,
Number 17 and 16.
which is lining up for Noklak. Quickly, infants who are going in. It's going to be Puti, and most likely who will be Putu, who will be most likely making his way to the center. They're waiting for the issue. That's another long ball. Not the appearances there from Tuensang. And that was a very risky one. Again, intercepted by Noklak. And now Noklak, through that central channel, loses possession. Is it? No. Back with Noklak. They have space ahead of them. Plays it towards the far left. This can be a brilliant chance. There comes the shot. Well saved. Danger's not over. And the whistle being blown. Monkey now proving equal to the task. What a reaction already. End-to-end, box-to-box action. And the crowd is on their feet. Take a look. What an incredible chance. Came from the boots of Mutiu. And well saved by Pianki. Both the sides, both the outfits, they mean business. They want to come knocking on the doors here. Nicely done. Again, a fine release forward. And here's another long ranger. Could have been trouble. Chiu was on the line. He did have to put in a full-fledged dive there. Take a look at that strike. Had it been on target, it could have been a tough call for Chiu. Very well struck, very well played. This is absolutely sensational from Tuensang. Back with Tuensang once again. Can they eventually create the space? No, they lose the ball. Back with Tuensang again, and the referee blows the whistle on that occasion, which means to be a free kick here in favor of Noklak. 84 minutes on the clock. 5 minutes of regulation time to go, and whatsoever gets added on. So let's say around 10 to 12 minutes of game time remaining. Another chance coming in from the right. Cross attempted and very well blocked. Noklak suddenly coming to life in the dying embers of this game. We talk about late drama, we talk about late thrill and excitement. Looks like we are witnessing a cinema here at the Loyem ground. This is high intensity football, high octane football, not the best of corners to be honest. Here's a quick confirmation. Longo has come in and Tangsoy has got one of the two changes that were made. And Putto has come in and Diese Vidfo has gone out. Do we still have a late twist in this tale? There's time for a twist to come in. Oh, that's a poor game. This can be further trouble. Another long ranger rattles the woodwork. My word, this is some action. This is some heated, frenzied action. And as a football fan, you know what this means. Noklak, they are sniffing out the goal. They are sniffing out the equalizer. You're staring down, you keep on staring at this game. Don't blink. You blink and you will miss. And now Tuensang with the ball. From the left. Oh, that's a brilliant forward ball. The flag has stayed down. Can be an opportunity. Nicely done. Taking a bit too long there to pull the trigger to create that assist. There you go, opportunity. And that first touch again proving to be the unraveling of Tuensang. We've got to do better. Another long ranger, but that's off the target. Well, they are still not really learning from their mistakes. If they are not getting that insurance goal, if this profligacy continues, they will only be diving deeper into desperation. And if Noklak is able to find the back of the net, you never know the kind of shots that we have seen rattle the woodwork twice. You've got to take it on the go itself, on the turn itself. You cannot have the second shot. You cannot have a second try. That's the instinctive decision making. We talk about instinctive brilliance. On the ground, that's the instinctive brilliance. You got to take it on the run. You cannot rely on it. I understand that at times you want to make sure that you are getting that goal, but this is a situation where you have to be quick, you have to be fast, you have to pull the trigger. As simple as that. Free kick in favor of Tuensang, is it? Noklak, apologies. There's a chance, here's an opportunity. Can they eventually get the ball into the back of the net? A free kick, something for them to break free. Noklak, they've struck the woodwork twice now. There's another opportunity and a cheeky attempt coming in the right wing. But straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. If he could have actually teed up, if he could have actually set that chance, you never know. And a player who's now needs some treatment.
Substitution for Tuensang. Jersey number 19 replacing jersey number 9.
And there's a quick confirmation of a change that's about to happen for Tuensang. Looks like Longa is going to be in the center. Yemlong Chapa. He's made his way to the center. Final minute of regulation time. Let's take a look at the chances that were created. This was the first time they hit the woodwork. Second time. You know, as they say that at times, it's a very well-established proverb in football. Kind of superstition as well, you can say. That when you strike the woodwork, it's a sign of misfortune coming in.
And additional time.
5 minutes of additional time which has been given. A bit of a tussle onto the right, nicely kept in. Still a chance for Noklak. Can they come forward? Not really. Noklak has regained possession, trying to create that opening for themselves. There's another long ball, and there comes the cross. Danger still not over, opportunity, and it has been denied. So close yet so far. Another long ranger into the box there. Noklak, they're amplifying the pressure. They're mounting their chances, and that will go out of play. What a tremendous exchange. Take a look, that was a last-ditch tackle. But this game, it is the epitome of football. It is the intensity, it is the drama that we all, both the teams, they have really given the fans a bit of a tough time, to be honest. An extraordinary game of 90 minutes, an extraordinary game featuring two top teams of the tournament. Now, as we say that victory and defeat are just the opposite sides of the coin, but I think there's still 4 minutes to go. And both the goalkeepers, the kind of show that we have seen so far, it is just so good to watch. And truth be told, Noklak, I think, together in a bit of a, or they got pretty late in the second half. They kind of were caught napping time and time again. Tuensang started attacking. Another chance for Noklak, and a bit of an overpowered delivery into the box. Straight into the goalkeeper's hands. And Pianki, I think he's also had a pretty decent game. He's kept his eyes on the ball despite a couple of times the ball rattling the woodwork. Last couple of minutes to go. Noklak once again from the left. Short passes. Once again taken care of. An opportunity, and that will go out of play, which means the throw-in for Tuensang. Sent it downtown. Five minutes of additional time, which was given. Almost 4 minutes of it is done. And Noklak from the left, another chance here, and the goalkeeper Pianki, he was quick to come out of his line and collect it. The last 10 minutes, the way Noklak has played, Tuensang, they have had their hearts in their mouths. And yet somehow or the other, as they say, fortune favors the brave. The scoreline still stays intact. It's still 1-0. Final minute, final 60 seconds of action loading. Twisting and turning. Tuensang, Karan's goal. Can they put the game to bed? The flag has gone up. Even before they could have actually went forward, knocking on the doors and hammered it towards the goal. It has been taken care of. And now a few crucial seconds being stolen away here. Now Tuensang trying to penetrate from the 5 minutes of additional time has been exhausted now whatsoever. Will be added on for and the fans. There you go again. We've said this before, and just to reiterate that the fans have been the heart and throb, not just in the stands, but for the ones who are watching on YouTube as well. I think they have been absolutely brilliant, and the free kick will eventually go out of play. It could very well have been the last roll of the dice. 96 minutes on the clock, and that should very well be it. Tuensang have emerged victorious at the expense of a hard fighting, of a warring Noklak. They have made their felt. Wonderful and incredible, both the teams duking it out with their very best. And at the end of the day, the final scoreline, Tuensang 1, 0, after what was an enthralling and exciting and electric 90 minutes of football. Tuensang books their berth for the semi-finals. There's still a minute to go, and at this point in time, this will be me signing off. However, do not forget to catch your highlights on your way out. Thank you, everyone.